Oh, what's up, Scoops? So this is a punishment video. Twisted Lemonskate has asked me to stand outside with no coat while doing a video. This is why I needed the sun. I need the sun to be up so you guys can see this. This is my backyard over here. Isn't it lovely? So now I will attempt to do a video fairly quickly so I do not freeze to death, because as you can see, it is a winter wonderland out here and it is not warm. So today I want to talk to you guys about serial killers, because there are just so many different definitions to serial killers, just like there were to psychopaths and sociopaths. So here we go. Ugh. Okay, so the main two descriptions for serial killers are either someone who kills 3 or more people, or someone who kills out of lust, like it does something for them sexually. The only problem with having those two separate definitions is the fact that neither one of them encapsulates everybody who's ever been called a serial killer. Technically speaking, Ed Gein, who killed 2 people, does not fit in with the description of being a serial killer. He did not kill 3 or more people. The reason why he killed them was for lust. This is also the reason why, like, the Green River Killer was a lust murderer, and the Son of Sam was a lust murderer, and Ted Bundy. This is also the reason why a lot of people say that there have never been any female serial killers, because women don't kill for lust. They have literally no sexual connotation to the act of taking someone's life. So along that definition, Eileen Wuornos and another woman named Dana Gray cannot fall within that definition, because they are women who killed for financial gain or for revenge or anger, or they felt like they were being attacked. Like, that's Eileen Wuornos. Dana Gray killed people because she hated everybody, and she also took money off of people, which has made a lot of people think that she actually killed for financial gain, but I think it had more to do with her general anger. The way people explain lust murders is like, you know, sadists, so they kill for lust, but not every single sadist who kills somebody is killing someone for lust. And they may want to kill somebody, but not in a sexual way, they just really like the power that it gives them. But it's still not a lust murderer. But then we turn to the other definition of it being 3 or more, which also counts out Ed Gein, as well as several other killers who really only killed 1 or 2 people, but they're technically serial killers because of the way they did it. Now, at this point, I want to count out that serial killing by any definition is not the same as spree killing or being a mass murderer. Spree killing would be like, you take today, you grab a gun and you just go shoot a whole bunch of people at the mall, or you go like one place to one place to one place with no cooling down period in between. Serial killing involves killing several people, but over a long period of time with a cool down period in the middle. Because the idea is that, you know, killing somebody is a sort of high, and that lasts for a while. So when that dips is when you feel like killing again. But spree killing, there's no dip. It's just murder, 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 murder. Whereas mass murder usually has a political connotation to it. Think the Holocaust. Think throwing a grenade into a crowd of protesters and then shooting everybody else who survived. Think of like genocide in Rwanda. It has more to do with killing a large group of people for a very specific purpose than just killing people because you want to, like spree killing or serial killing. Serial killing is usually also committed in a similar fashion that would be like your modus operandi, your MO. Victims tend to have something in common, which could be race or sex, a similar age group, or some sort of occupation, or just something about them that's similar to other people. Like how Ted Bundy killed a whole bunch of women around the same age who all had long brown hair that was parted in the middle. They all reminded him of one specific person. He was killing her over and over and over again. This is also why most serial killers only kill within their race, because they're killing one specific person that they knew. Of course, there's the exceptions where serial killers just don't care about race, which means that they have something else in common with all of the victims. And it is doing the victimology, which you may hear on Criminal Minds or shows like it, that helps the detectives to figure out what is it about these people, what is it that they have in common that somebody who's standing outside of them may look at as a threat enough to want to kill, or that they like enough about them that they want to own it, you know, have some sort of control over it. You know, what is it about these people that attracted this person to commit this act upon them? Now, statistically speaking, characteristics for a serial killer actually have them at a low to average IQ level. They did a study with almost 180 serial killers, and they found that the average IQ is about 93, which is just below normal. Statistically, they have trouble with employment and usually have menial jobs, although the FBI states that they usually have a high intelligence, that they have families and great jobs. Statistically speaking, most of their families have some sort of criminal or psychiatric or alcoholic history, and there's usually some form of abuse, either physical, emotional, or sexual, in this person's growing up years. And there's also something called the McDonald Triad. What they tried to do was nail down 3 things that they found in every single sociopath or psychopath. What they found was that in a lot of their growing up years, they found a lot of setting fires and torturing animals and bedwetting. The reason, however, why people don't follow the McDonald's triad anymore is because yes, the setting of fires shows an intense amount of anger as well as over-sexualization for their ages. And yes, the torturing of animals also shows an incredible amount of anger, but bedwetting doesn't actually have anything behind it. You can say that if someone is setting fires that there's something seriously wrong with them. You can say that if somebody is torturing animals that something is seriously wrong with them. You cannot, however, say that if someone is wetting the bed that something is seriously wrong with them. It just means that they're wetting the bed. Maybe they haven't quite figured out how to hold it in. Maybe there's something wrong with the plumbing and for whatever reason they can't feel the pee before it comes out. It does not mean that they're incredibly angry and that they will one day kill people. So therefore, a McDonald's triad was tossed out, but I did still want you guys to know what the crap it was. And there's almost always a certain amount of fantasizing that goes along with it, which is why there ends up being like a uniform way that most of the crimes are committed, as well as a signature, which is another thing on top of the modus operandi that people have found that serial killers have in common, like something that they do on top of the crime that is not necessary to the crime. You could do the crime and not have this other thing, but it is always there because it is their signature, the way they sign it. They say, I did this. For instance, there was an episode of Criminal Minds where a younger kid was committing murders. He hadn't 100% found his way of like which way he wanted to commit murder. So he never had a set in stone MO, but he always had his signature, which was kissing every one of his victims on the forehead, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the crime. He could have committed the crime and it had nothing to do with it. They'll explain it better in the episode. I'll leave a link in the description. So my question to you guys is, which of the three definitions do you think that we should follow? Either less murders, which cut out any and all women, or people who kill 3 or more people with a cooling down in between with one specific MO and or signature? Or should we follow the FBI's definition, which is 2 or more murders over a long period of time with a cooling down period in the middle with some form of an MO or signature attached? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I absolutely love you guys. My scoops are beautiful. Please remember to like, favorite, and subscribe. And I am completely freezing, so I'm gonna go inside. And I will see you, my scoops are beautiful, tomorrow. Bye, guys. Oh, there's a breeze now. Oh, it's the birdie. Ooh, I'm going super fast. Cover up my hands now. It's getting cold out here. Oh my gosh, can you just say this? Can you just say these words? Because it's very cold out here. Oh, okay.